Okay, so here's the thing, a 5.9 magnitude earthquake hit the Kermadec Islands, and almost no one noticed. Wait, how does that even happen? A quake that strong should be headline news, right? But instead, it's just a blip on the radar. That's what hooked me about this story. Let's unpack why this earthquake, while technically significant, barely made a ripple, and what that tells us about Earth's chaotic systems. First, where even are the Kermadec Islands? Most people couldn't point them out on a map, and that's the point. They're remote, volcanic archipelago 800 kilometers northeast of New Zealand. Uninhabited, except for some scientific monitoring gear. So when a 5.9 hits there, there's no one to feel it. No buildings to shake, no streets to crack. It's like a tree falling in a forest with no one around. Does it even count? Personally, I think that's what makes this so fascinating. It's a reminder that Earth doesn't care where we build our lives. It does its own thing, whether we are there or not. Now, 5.9 might sound scary if you've lived through a quake. But here's the thing, magnitude scales are logarithmic. A 6.0 is 10 times stronger than a 5.0. So 5.9? It's like Earth giving a mild stretch. But if this happened near Auckland or Wellington, we'd be talking evacuations. Instead, it's just a footnote. What many people don't realize is that location matters way more than the number. A 5.9 in the middle of the Pacific? Muted. Same quake under a city. Catastrophic. The article mentions no tsunami, no unusual water levels either. Which makes sense, right? Tsunamis usually require vertical displacement of the seafloor, like a megathrust quake. The Kermadec region is part of the Ring of Fire, a subduction zone, but this quake wasn't shallow or big enough to push water around. But here's the deeper issue, New Zealand sits on a ticking tectonic time bomb. The country's history is littered with quakes that did cause disasters, Christchurch 2011, Kaikoura 2016. So when Geohazard says this is a reminder, they're not just being technical. They're subtly screaming, we are lucky this time. Because luck is what separates a no-damage headline from a tragedy. And the fact that no one was there. That's both a relief and a sobering thought. We've built systems to monitor Earth's mood swings, but we're still at the mercy of where and when it strikes. Imagine if this quake had happened during a research expedition. Raoul Island isn't exactly a tourist spot, but scientists do visit. The randomness of timing here is eerie. From my perspective, this story isn't about the quake itself, it's about how fragile our control over nature really is. We map, we monitor, we predict, but Earth shrugs and does its own thing. So here's my takeaway, celebrate the boring news. A 5.9 with no damage is a win. But don't get complacent. This region's tectonic plates aren't done shifting. And next time, maybe we won't be so lucky. What's your take? Do we underappreciate near misses like this, or are they just part of living on a restless planet? Let me know in the comments.